Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome
Thank you, Edson.
to yet another episode of the Happy Hour.
I'm not sure which episode of the Happy Hour it is.
It's quite a few already.
We've done
under
the-
10.
Well,
Yes.
you've done, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've not
because
done as many.
We sometimes excludes me. I don't mind.
No, it excludes me also. When you are not featured, I'm not featured.
I've
but
heard
you're
you
still
laugh
there.
without me present.
Only once.
I heard you laugh twice.
Okay, well.
2 listens were probably me then.
I guess you could say I'm a prolific podcaster now.
That is much like Prince.
Okay.
Because he was a prolific songwriter, was he not?
Yes, I do appreciate the Prince comparisons.
Okay.
Maybe one day I'll get there.
Okay.
He had that sound. They called it the something sound. The Memphis sound, maybe. Apologies to the
Yes.
people of Memphis if it's not Memphis, but it's something sound like that.
And also apologies to the Prince people if it's not Memphis.
Yes.
Because I think they would be more offended than the Memphis people who would be credited with something that they probably didn't earn.
You know, Prince was a Seventh Adventist.
Well, okay.
Maybe we shouldn't say he was a seventh and maybe we
Well,
should say
well, he's
his
no longer-
influences were from the. Never mind.
Makai
it's,
and Tini also.
Yes.
You know, Makai and Tini follows me on Instagram.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's quite nice of him.
I followed him once and then he followed me back, but we haven't really connected since then.
Okay.
I imagine he's quite busy. So I don't know how we started talking about Makai and Tini, but
I do.
That's you.
the reason why we haven't spoken in a while,
Yes.
I
Reason- Oh.
recently, sorry,
No. Continue. I didn't mean to.
It's your podcast, you know.
yeah,
Yeah. You
I-
recently.
went to America,
Well done.
and that was nice.
Yeah.
You must be more specific. There's a lot of America out there.
Well done is appropriate
Yes.
because he was there for academic purposes.
Yes, and that was it was sort of nice grounding, I'd say.
Okay.
Because it meant that I went in there having stuff to do.
Oh.
It wasn't just, Mickey Mouse.
Oh, you mean the academia was grounding?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also sort of like my days worked around when I was able to work. I will admit the last week I did not look at my work at all. But
Which
that's
is-
because it was mostly done.
Oh, not because you were homesick.
I was
No, why
you know that I was
homesick?
not homesick at any point during that trip, which I think is a sign of either.
What was the duration of the
It's
trip?
either the sign of
6 weeks.
a really good trip or the
Or-
sign of a really bad home life. I'm joking.
Oh, those are your only two. Those are the very, very opposite extremes.
No, it was an amazing trip. But before I get into that experience, so yes, it's been a while since the last episode.
It has.
I'm grateful to be here, to speak to you again, because you know what? As much as I had a ball, I did nogal miss you, Sabichi. But like not a lot.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. You said it. We heard it.
Yes.
We missed you too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I heard you guys went on a hike without me.
Well, you weren't here, so it's not as if you were excluded.
Yeah.
You were just.
You did indicate that you were going to be there.
I did, and I thought that was funny.
Nobody laughed, but yes.
Okay. So people did laugh, and they told me today that they were laughing
Oh,
because I was
okay.
sending thumbs up from
Oh.
the other side of the
Oh,
world.
okay.
Okay.
Because apparently,
So their laugh was that memorable
here's the thing.
to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Samantha messaged on one of the group chats saying, like, just give an indication if you're going to be here. And this was like on the morning of the hike. And I sent a thumbs up and I thought, that's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the time? Do you remember when you responded?
I think we were 7 hours behind. So it must have been like middle of the night for me. 12 a.m.
Yeah.
p.m.
Yes,
AM.
because
a.m.
the hike was scheduled to start at 7:30.
My sleeping schedule has been absolutely crazy. In the States, I don't think there was a night where I slept before 12.
Because of the time difference or because of
No,
how
because
busy
of
you were?
habit.
Maybe because of habit, but maybe because there were genuinely lovely people around me who I wanted to spend time with. And
So where were
just
they
so
during the
happened.
other hours of the day when you could have been talking to them?
So the way the days tended to go was wake up and regret the decisions of the previous evening.
Which is staying up late talking to people.
Yeah,
Okay,
but no regrets.
understood.
And then there was typically some sort of outing. So either that meant going out into Chicago with my friends, going on program-sponsored trips to specific landmarks, or it would be a work day. That typically saw us come back in the late afternoon, and then you'd still want to take some time to yourself, maybe take a nap. It was very humid. And then the evenings would be the best time to chill and
Oh
kick
yeah,
back
you
with
were
people.
enjoying summer.
I was.
Okay.
And
What's
so
Chicago like in summer?
My stomach just made a noise. Yo.
We can't hear it.
Okay.
The mic is quite far away from your stomach.
I wondered for the moment if that was your answer to the summer question.
Okay. Why would my stomach make a noise if
I was as surprised as anyone else would have
the
been.
summers in Chicago are very humid.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Man, it's gonna be 90 degrees tomorrow,"
And you
then-
thought everything's going to boil.
And the South Africans, we were like, "That means nothing to me," you know. And so we translated it.
And
It's
what
like
did it mean in South
32
African?
degrees.
Eh?
32.
Oh, 32.
Yeah, and then there
Okay.
were like, it went over 90 degrees. I think there was a 100-degree day. I could be wrong, but it was so mid-30s. So think Uppington with humidity. So think Durban.
Durban, yes.
And like, who wants to be in Durban in
I
the
liked
summer?
it when I
well,
was
who
there.
wants to be in Durban in general?
I liked it.
Sorry.
Durban's not a bad place. I quite like
Yeah.
Durban.
I mean, it wasn't great for my hair, but it was fine.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Did your hair frizz?
Yeah, the humidity is not good. Uppington is beautiful for my hair.
Really?
Yes.
Uppington is not good for my skin.
No. And it's not good for my nose because my nose always
That's
bleeds.
interesting. Uppington specifically.
Well,
not good for my skin.
Northern
the
Cape and-
climate, but our reference to Northern Cape, the climate is Uppington.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I understand
Yeah.
that part. I just thought maybe you meant Uppington specifically.
No, Bloemfontein kind of had the same effect for me
Okay. On your skin and your hair.
on my nose.
Hectic.
Okay.
Okay. I think I know about your nose in Uppington. I don't think that's what we were referring to earlier. I'm
Anyway,
gathering.
my experiences in Bloemfontein weren't. I don't think I was there for long to have a proper comparison between the two places. Actually, climate-wise.
I think I am biased in terms of I think anywhere in South Africa that's not Cape Town already
Actually, yes.
I'm starting to be like
Anti-Durban, anti-Uppington, and
No, we're
I'm
not,
not anti-Uppington.
anti-Uppington.
I could never be anti-Uppington.
anti-Uppington effects on your skin then.
Yeah, but you know, Chicago made me quite sweaty,
Yeah? Because it was humid.
and yet I loved Chicago. Genuinely, the city
But do you enjoy being sweaty?
depends.
Okay. Were you very active though?
Depends what you mean by active. I'm joking. No, I was active.
No, you were.
We played a lot of football,
Yeah? American football or South
the
African?
proper football.
Right.
Okay.
What else?
With
We
the
walked to the
Mexicos.
dining halls.
Okay.
And the walk to the dining hall was significant.
Oh, and there was a baseball game.
There was a baseball game, and that was also very humid, and that was lovely. I loved the baseball.
Yeah.
My friend Angel was there to explain when because every ball, do they call it a ball? Every pitch
Yeah.
is a different play,
Okay.
and I can get my head around that. But then it's like, what does the play mean, and what does it mean in the grand scheme of things?
Okay.
I'm not going to give you a breakdown of how it works. There are other YouTube videos that will do that, and I recommend seeing those. But as an experience, it was lovely. The atmosphere was quite something. And here's the thing: my favorite thing about going to Newlands, which is the cricket stadium here in Cape Town, is you can hear the crowd react to every ball, and then you sort of hear it as like this dull sound, right? And then as you climb up the steps and you walk like into the pavilion, then it hits you like surround sound. Like, you know, when your speakers weren't connected properly. But then you just go there, then you press the aux, no? Then it suma come through, you know? That's how it is when you walk up the steps at Newlands. It's like you just hear, it's like this amazing, just like you can feel the electricity. So yeah, the
You
baseball
really
was.
have like a proper appreciation for it, because I mean, I guess that's what I hear, but I don't remember it that specifically.
I love going to Newlands.
Yes, I know that.
The baseball wasn't quite the same in terms of like you didn't hear, you know, as you like walk up. That sounds like the intro to one of those metal songs. Oh, it's like a sorry, it's WWE intros and stuff.
Goodness.
So,
But how often do they do the organ thing?
Ooh, the atmosphere was liquor, and then they do the
Yeah.
and then they do like that pum 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 pum
Yeah.
pum 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 pum, and then it goes higher and
And it
higher.
goes higher, yeah.
And there's some things that like trigger crowd chants and stuff like that. I'd say Guaranteed Rate Field Stadium. Change the name of your stadium. It's a crap name, but I understand that they're probably providing you with some sort of financial input. Guaranteed Rate Field Stadium was at maybe 40 to 50% capacity, which is not a lot, but 40 to 50% of the stadium is a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so it was really fun. They, in between, like batters, right? They have songs. So each batter chooses their song
Is it not
Oh,
cool?
when they
yeah.
come up.
Do they say batter? So they don't say, oh, they do say, hey, batter. Oh, yeah.
So
So-
wing.
Did you just
batter.
High School Musical?
Sorry, High School
as
Musical
a-
just came
Don't
in.
worry.
It came in what's the phrase? Came in
Clutch.
That's it.
Chicken Little is my baseball reference
Is it?
before actual
Oh,
baseball.
yeah.
Wow.
You remember We Are the
Mine is-
Champions?
Ferris
and
Bueller's
the-
my
Yeah.
reference.
So Ferris Bueller is apparently also a Chicago thing.
Yeah.
We went to the Art Institute or something where Ferris Bueller happened, and we took a picture like that. But
Oh.
that was someone else's idea. I've never seen the movie.
Oh, is it?
I've never seen many movies.
It's actually one of my favorites, if not the. Yeah.
I was gonna say I may watch it at some point, but I don't think I will.
Really?
Just because I don't get around to these things unless someone is watching it already. Yeah, I think I will only watch a movie if somebody else is watching a movie.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
see to it that you see it.
He's a series person.
I am a series person.
I'm a movie person. Okay, anyway, go back to the experience.
So yes, so each batter has their song, right?
Oh,
And so
how you mean song?
like the song that
So they have like an entry song. So as
Yeah.
the batter strides
oh,
to.
whoa. Is this like WWE?
what do you call it?
Sports
he
edition.
steps
Home
up to
plate?
bat.
Oh, WWE is a sport.
I don't
Anyway.
know if that's what it's called, but yeah,
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Yeah, and then they play a song. I remember this because I saw a baseball movie where I think Charlie Sheen is a batter, and so there's a song that plays, and I think at that point I was really interested in what happens in the film because I want to hear the song.
Okay.
So I knew at some point,
Yeah.
he's going to make that.
And Charlie Sheen was quite known for smashing.
Yes.
We haven't podcasted in a while, so sorry guys if we're speaking over each other. It's taking some time to get used to giving other people time to speak.
Oh yes.
It's fine.
It's
That's
not
That's
really
how
fine.
conversations go.
Well, it doesn't really sound so liquor. At least when I edit it, it's just... Anyway, continue.
So the batters,
Have songs.
but they're all different people, man.
Yes.
So let's say our African American brother comes up to bat. You just hear, straight out of Compton, crazy name
Wow.
Ice Cube. Okay? And then our next honky tonk brother comes up to bat and you hear, baby lock them doors and turn the, you know? So it's just crazy, like the variation. And you're just like, oh, like I could be friends with this person. They have some liquor taste in music, you know?
That
One
doesn't
song,
mean
though.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be surprised how little it takes for me to decide I
Yeah.
want to be friends with
To
someone.
be fair, I've also started talking to people because of a single track that was playing that we were enjoying. At the same
No,
time.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm yet to meet people like it.
You must try it.
I'm a
Okay.
person like that.
Maybe it's because I don't make friends easily. Anyway, continue.
You want to unpack that?
No.
Oh,
We're
okay.
busy with the baseball experience.
Yeah,
Will we unpack that at some point?
We don't know.
Okay.
because that's how conversations work.
Indeed.
Yes.
So, they have these random stats, and Americans are up it with the stats. So it'll be like, this batter was the first African American batter to hit a home run over left field on a Tuesday night in the summer solstice. Or something.
Nice.
Like, you know, it's like, obviously that's an exaggeration, but it's obscure facts. And it makes everyone sound like they're the best. And not everyone is the best, because that's not how best works.
Yes.
Then this one bro came up to bat. His name was Boba Shit. And he's the only brother whose name I remember.
Hectic.
And the reason why I remember his name, he had
It's
long
because
hair.
Boba shit.
No.
Oh.
Is because the stat that came up for him was that his dad hit a game-winning home run in some 1996 final series.
In Chicago.
And I thought, how sad. How sad that the only stat that these people brought up for you was that your dad was quiet baseball. And so we started, because he was from the Blue Jays and we were the White Sox. White Sox born and bred, you know.
Yes.
Wow.
All your life.
Ever since I got off the plane,
Nice.
all my life. And so, so we started trash talking. We're like, you know, he's in his dad's shadow. He'll never be as good as his dad. He couldn't hear us, but it felt nice.
Okay.
And Boba Shit's probably living a great life.
Also, maybe there are other stats on other games on other days.
For sure.
Yeah.
But not that day.
Not that day.
And Boba Shit is probably living an amazing life. But I tell you what, his dad probably lived a better one.
He also still can't hear you. I'm pretty sure.
So that was really cool, the baseball. We stuck around because it got past the 9th inning, which is when the games were supposed to end, but then the scores
Yes.
were tied, and so it went on and on. And we didn't stick around for the final, but we did win. Because eventually we were like, okay,
For the final inning.
probably for the
So
winning
how
inning.
much further would they go?
Yeah, go until the one team scores more runs in that inning than the other.
Okay, so something like a tiebreak.
Exactly.
Understood.
And you've seen with tiebreaks, the tennis match can go on for.
A while.
Yes.
Okay.
So baseball was great. Generally, I'm going to discuss some more of the experiences and details with my friends, Ethan and Lilita. And this will probably be the next
With his friends.
podcast episode. Why was there tension?
There wasn't.
Oh,
No, it wasn't. I worried
It was an observation.
Yeah.
okay. And so we'll discuss more
With your
of
friends
the
who? Sorry, what did they
Ethan
name?
and Lilita.
Okay.
Lovely people.
Were they in Chicago with you?
Yeah, part of the South African cohort, as well as
Okay.
Faria and Jordan.
Right.
A lovely group. And then what we'll be doing today, which I guess is weird to say about 20 minutes in. I don't even know if we're 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
It feels about 20
18.
minutes.
Yeah.
We're going to try some Mexican candy.
Hectic.
So
Oh,
here's
yes,
the
because
thing.
you went to America, so it's also candy.
Yeah. But then who wants
But
to
he
try...
was in Chicago.
Is that America?
How did they get it over the wall?
My word. Anyway, let's continue.
That's funny. But also now I cannot recommend this to any of my Mexican friends that I
Oh,
made.
goodness.
Oh, is it?
Nah, I'll probably
How many
still
Mexican
won't.
friends did they sell you? Did they bring you the candy?
No,
no,
he
they-
was
they
in the
can.
Mexicans there, but he can tell you that himself. The Mexicans were his group.
I
They
don't
were
think
his
he's going to
crew.
tell me. He's going to tell
The Mexicans, the
Lolita.
Puerto Ricans.
Is he going to tell?
Oh, yeah, he's probably going to
I
discuss it
can,
with Haitham
no,
and
but
Lolita.
we can talk about some of the general takeaways. We
Yes.
can talk about some of the experiences. But I also want to know what's happening in your lives because I don't know.
Okay. So you're
I-
asking that question now or we're having candy?
No, we're going to have candy.
Now.
But I heard like the country's, you know, the famous colored auntie saying, you know, or colored uncle saying actually, this country's going to the dogs. I heard that. I heard like petrol prices and load shedding and stuff. But that's fine.
This country.
This one.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay.
Look, I will say, every country has its nonsense. It's just because we're here and we know our country's things that our people complain about what's happening here. But I'm sure in other countries, everybody complains about something that's happening there.
Also, in other countries, sometimes they don't even complain about it. I know German people, and I think it was at least 2 years ago. Could have been more, but at least 2 years ago. They explained to me how their petrol price is deregulated. So this person that I was talking to would travel to work and pass a fuel station, and the petrol price would be a number, so many euros. And then on the way back from work, it would be a different price at the same petrol station because it fluctuated that much on that day. And then they converted it, and they said, compared to what we pay for other things in South Africa, the petrol price would fluctuate somewhere between 27 and 29 rand per liter.
Nice.
And this was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So we are not there yet. And we are not there. Forget I said yet.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
We snay af.
Yeah.
Wake Satan.
Nieces now. Okay.
And you know, it's been happening in other places, and they never complained about it. So maybe we are just complaining because it's different to what we've experienced before. But you know, people.
Pretty sure the Germans have some perspective when it comes to suffering.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Just no, man. It's just
Mexican candy.
Mexican candy.
Mexican candy.
So we
Mexican
love the
candy.
Germans. We love the Mexicans. And we love everybody in the world.
Except the petrol price.
Indeed. So in our hands, we have an assortment of Mexican candies. These were given to me by a combination of Angel, who's a lovely fella I met from California. Destiny, also from California. They are Mexican American. They are from California, and they're very generous. They sorted us out when it came to. We had this Mexican bread. Destiny made enchiladas for our healing circle.
Healing
I
circle.
was part of a healing circle, Samantha.
Wow.
It was nice. We opened up about. It wasn't like nobody cried and stuff. At least not while I was there.
Is this like a DIY therapy session?
No, it's just because that would, I feel like, invalidate actual therapy that happens.
Oh, sorry. So it's a sharing circle.
We shared how we felt about how the program had gone thus far.
Oh.
Okay.
point.
So it was specific to that experience.
Okay.
Okay.
It was quite lovely. And then she made enchiladas and we ate that afterwards and it was delicious. So they provided us with this assortment of Mexican candies. And so I'm going to describe what's in my hand. This is called I Apologize in Advance. That's not the name. Although that would be quite funny if that was the name of the candy. I Apologize in Advance.
Well, depending on what it was meant to do, that's actually a pretty good name.
True.
Yeah.
But no, I apologize in advance for my pronunciation. This is Pelon Pelerico Tamarindo. And I was about to read the description, but that's in Spanish. So I don't know if
Nice.
it does us much good. Let me see. Maybe the ingredients are in English. There's a choking hazard that's in English. It says keep away from children under the age of 3 years.
Understood.
Well, this is an exclusive experience.
Oh, so are we all partaking now?
We all over 3 years.
I mean, are we partaking of
So,
the
so what's
candy?
the exclusivity here?
We owe the people under the age of 3.
Oh,
can't have
oh,
this.
like that.
Part of like a
Understood.
secret club. So
Oh.
what happens is I push on some sort of like a syringe,
Yeah, you're actually holding it quite like.
A syringe.
Yeah.
and if I push on this, then the candy starts pushing through these holes at the top.
Okay.
And then what I will do is with my finger, I'll collect some of the stuff that's come to the top. And
Yes, this is
so-
not a very COVID-friendly.
Well,
Experience.
I suppose
And now I'm passing it to Samantha so she can also collect some of the candy on her finger.
icky and hygiene and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I have a sanitary wipe
Okay.
Wow.
in case you want to exercise.
Oh,
that
are we all
option.
waiting for each other
took it
so
from
that
the
we can
plane.
partake? This very much reminds me of communion.
Oh, wow. That's,
Okay.
my experience has not been. Maybe it's fair to say that there's something like a strainer at the top of
Yes.
this
At the top,
that,
yeah.
that a I wouldn't necessarily call it a gooey substance, but it is gel-like.
I think
Gooey
people.
is
I
a
think
good
people who suffer from
Ooh.
trichotillphobia,
Trypophobia?
the one with the small circles, is not gonna enjoy that.
Oh, the phobia of small circles.
Yeah, they when they.
But to that I
Anyway.
would say shame, man.
Yeah, because how do they strain rice?
Okay.
Exactly.
Anyway, are we tasting
Right,
this
let's taste of this.
Oh, this is like communion.
now? Oh wow, this is an experience. The closest thing that I can refer it to is
Meebos.
meebos. Yes,
Yes.
meebos with a touch of cayenne pepper.
Very little pepper. It's quite sweet.
No. The flavor of have you ever had cayenne pepper just as is, like in water, and drank?
Yeah. Yeah, I overdone it once.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Did your
Mate.
mommy also go on a half trip for a
course,
while?
that's
then?
how-
No, it
we
wasn't
know.
it. I was on my own.
Oh, but that is our reference
I
to
added
it.
it to everything.
Oh,
And I over added it
yeah.
to everything at the same
Apology
time.
to those people who hate the sound of eating on a microphone or
Did you make sounds?
wet. I mean, I have the headphones on, so I can
Oh.
hear all the mouth noises.
To you I say there are other videos on YouTube.
Anyway,
I quite enjoyed it.
That you can listen to.
It's got like a yes, sorry. It's got a tanginess.
yeah.
And this is a common theme that I have found with Mexican candies is they love a spicy number in the sweetness.
It's not spicy at all, though, but it's got the flavor of the cayenne pepper. So, yeah.
Definitely tangy.
And also in the aftertaste. You know, so once
Yeah.
because this what do you call this? Sweet confectionery?
Pelo rico.
Yeah, but I mean do you classify oh sorry, we're classifying it as Mexican candy.
Yes.
And this candy has long gone from my mouth. And I can still taste the cayenne pepper.
Yes.
You know? So
And much like the Mexicans I met who have long departed
you can
from
still taste the
my
cayenne pepper.
I still their memory lingers on.
Yes.
Wow.
And I know it's only been a few days
Yeah.
since I got off the plane. But like those are some of the greatest people I've met in my life. I hesitated for a second to think about whether that statement was actually true, and I realized it was.
Okay.
And so those are some of the greatest people I've met in my life.
I'm
That's
glad
very
that you
good.
had,
I'm
yeah.
glad you had that experience. It's quite
yes.
beautiful.
I look
That's what I
forward
was
to
gonna say.
reconnecting with
I
them.
had that experience with Australians.
Really?
I was as shocked as anybody else.
I am yet to have that experience. God willing, the Lord will take me to places where that will happen, or bring people here where that can happen.
Are we
Yes,
gonna
I got to
delve
work harder
into-
then, eh?
Okay?
I've got to work hard.
I mean, I have to work hard
That's
too.
an indictment on.
But
I know,
yeah,
eh?
you know what the aftertaste reminds me of? Do you know those? Look, I don't know if these are the umaboshi pears. I don't know, but that Japanese candy with the
that's a sour plum.
that's what I mean. Yes, but do you remember the aftertaste of the plum once you got to anyway?
I've never
It's
had
just-
an umaboshi sour plum.
Really? No, man. You definitely have.
Why are both of you looking at
How
me
could you not?
like
You
you're
know how common it
concerned for
is
my
here
health?
now.
Oh no, I'm sorry if that's the expression. I'm on this side of my face. I don't know what you are saying.
I love sour things. So if there was an opportunity, I would have taken it. There was never an opportunity.
I can't believe this.
Edson is now
Anyway.
partaking of the other
Pulparindo.
Mexican candy that we get.
Pulparindo.
And that, in terms of texture, looks to me like a fruit stick or meebos.
Yes.
Is that what the texture is?
The texture is very much like that, but
It's
the
very
packaging
similar.
says, this is what the packaging says. The packaging says hot and salted tamarind pulp candy,
Okay.
or in Spanish, dulce de tamarindo salado y enchilado. Junior is very annoyed with me because I've been learning Spanish, guys, and I know I'm sorry if it's an insult to everybody who knows Spanish and who are proper Spanish-speaking people, but I like Spanish, and I do wish that I could speak it fluently and properly. But anyway, it says original pulparindo with real fruit. There you go.
So the fact that it says hot, now you know me. If there's one thing that I am not good with, spice.
I think you'll be fine.
Okay.
Because this
Yeah.
tastes exactly like the stuff that we just had now.
Really?
Yep.
Wait until after he tastes it.
Oh, sorry, you must taste it himself.
And for those of you who don't know what Meebos is, MEBOS.
In double E.
No.
Isn't it?
No,
No.
one E.
1E.
But a Google search will soon enlighten you. Same texture as Meebos.
Yeah, as Meebos, sorry, but oh, and it's got the sugar granules as well, which is very Meebos like. And I'm talking about the
Sugared meatballs.
the sugared Meebos. That's right,
But
because
that's because
the
this
original
actual because this
the
is
original
Sorry, I
proper
didn't mean to
hardcore
talk over you
Meebos
there.
is not like this. Yeah,
I will say, there's a sourness that kicks in late
yeah.
that I quite enjoy. It always takes my mouth off guard.
Oh, is
the
it?
first, the
the
initial taste.
sourness.
The salt.
Oh. Okay.
I don't usually.
Can you taste the
associate candies
similarity
with-
between the two?
I can.
Okay. So it's almost as if Pulparindo is a more solid version of the
Of that other one.
Pelo Rico.
exactly. So Rico and Rindo are
Same WhatsApp group.
something like that.
Okay.
What are the same grandfather?
Nice.
Descendants
Understood.
once or twice removed,
Cousins.
something like that.
There's a procedure with the final candy.
Which I
Oh, are
have
we
in
done
my
talking
hand.
about those now?
But
Well, what did you want to say? Did you want to say something else?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
Go for
on.
it.
they both have a very pasty
Oh,
sort
yeah.
of mouthfeel.
Yes.
And then the grainy thing. And I don't know if the grainy thing is actually sugar or because cayenne pepper doesn't exactly dissolve. So some of the granules could have been that too. But it's got the salty tamarind thing. I don't know so much about the Japanese deal.
I haven't met Tamarind, but I've heard she's salty.
Nice. Oh my goodness.
And
Don't
spicy
do that.
too.
Don't do that because the
I
a
apologize
tamarind
for all the
person-
Tamarind listeners out there.
Yeah,
you have
you
a
are.
lovely name.
And for those
I
who would
wish you
still
great
meet them.
success. Yes.
Yes.
There was, a friend of mine was dating someone named Tamarind.
Oh,
And,
and you never
and
met
we
her
went
either.
on a excursion on a bus, and I remember the bus dropped us at home, and as we left, I was greeting everyone, and I said bye Taryn, and her name was Tamarin,
Oh.
and she said, "That's not my name." And then I stood there for about 15 seconds, didn't try to guess what the name actually was,
Yeah.
and promptly left the bus.
No.
Because the sourness took you by surprise.
The salt.
The
Understood.
salt is the
Spice.
saltiest. Yeah.
But yeah, that was an experience. And what I will say is, try to remember people's names. It's in providing us with percussion.
With percussion
Mexican.
there. Oh, it's a different type.
Yeah. So it's got a different
Well, it's a
one.
different color.
So Samantha, you've done this wrong already.
Oh,
How?
sorry.
You don't
was I
pour it
supposed
out
to-
into your palm. What you do is, you make your hand into a fist. You pour it out onto the flat part of, if
The
you can
top of
picture
your
a
hand.
fist, yeah. So you pour it out onto there, and then you lick it. And that face, Samantha.
That took my breath away.
Yes.
Oh, don't.
take a
Oh,
moment.
sorry. I was supposed to tell you, don't have too much at once because it will get into other parts of your.
As in, don't
die.
inhale or just not at all.
Just don't take too much at once
Understood.
because I've made that mistake.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I don't think I made the mistake, but I definitely experienced what could have been
Avoided.
avoided.
Oh, wow.
That's so. What Edson just
Yo.
did was pour a metric lot,
Yeah.
a ton, onto your
Onto
hand.
his
Well,
hand.
it
And so
appears
best of luck to you.
Lucas is quite zealous.
Okay, so this candy is sherbet-like. It's a.
Well, it appears,
it's-
called
it looks
Lucas
like sherbet. I haven't
Pulvers.
tasted it yet. Does it taste like sherbet?
Yeah.
Okay, but it
With
makes you
some
cough.
other things. Well, taste it. I'm not going to tell you anything else. You can.
I like the blue one.
It's in his frowning.
Sour.
I don't know what I'm tasting.
It's an
Oh.
experience.
Yeah, I
Well-
mean, it tastes spicy-ish. You know, you've got sort of got the, what's the word? The,
Sorry.
yeah.
I sneezed because some of the particles
Went into his nostrils.
Yeah.
But what flavor is yours? Because we have two different types.
It tastes berry-ish. And
Oh.
it's reddish pink.
This one is, I think, mango.
Sour mango.
Yeah, yeah. It's very nice. I like
Lucas
it.
Pulvers, yeah. This is
I-
actually my favorite of the three.
Have you
I had
tasted
a-
this one?
Not yet.
I had a brief glance at the ingredients on the bottle before I gave it to you, and there's chili powder in here. That's something that caught my eye. And a few acids.
Oh, peach. There's peach in there.
Oh, peach.
I love
in
it.
this one
Yeah.
that you had. Okay.
And this seems to be a staple of Mexican snacks.
Peach.
No, chili.
Oh.
My friend was telling me about lemon and salt and chamoy as a good combo for snacks. Samantha, did you once again take too much?
Oh, this
me.
one actually says
I'm very sorry.
Chamoy.
I inhaled before I had closed my mouth, and so some of it went straight into my airwaves, and it was quite It was an
But you were here,
experience.
no? When he gave the tutorial on
Yes, I know,
how
it's
to
just
and how
that-
not to.
I guess I closed my mouth too slowly.
Oh.
Anyway,
I noticed the blue one's also called Lucas. So it's not about...
Can I try some of the red one, please?
Yes.
can you read the ingredients?
On
of
the blue one?
Yeah, on the blue one.
Made of sugar, iodized salt, citric acid, chili powder, less than 2%
Of what?
silicon dioxide.
Oh, good. Okay, you can stop because I don't know how far that is gonna go. What's on the front? What does it advertise as? Okay, wait. You guys are still having
corn
stuff on you.
maltodextrin. Okay. Those are about what they call flow agents.
Oh, okay.
So the other ingredients that we did previously, if left in a container like this or exposed to air, tend to clump together.
Oh, okay.
So you get something like a maltodextrin,
Oh,
which
okay.
forms
Which makes
almost
it-
like a substrate, but it flows.
Okay.
My sister would be proud of me.
Yes.
This is Lucas Chamoy. Does that also say Lucas Chamoy on the?
No.
packaging?
This one says, well, if you read it in Afrikaans, it says polvos, mango, but it could be polvos.
Yeah. That sounds right.
And if you say it like Spanish speakers, you could also say polvos.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah,
they mix
are
up the V and the
different-
B.
Yeah. Well, that depends on where they come from. It depends on which Spanish speakers, because the ones in Spain don't do that.
I've heard people from Spain do
Oh,
that.
okay. Well, then there are different
Because
dialects.
I heard Carlos Sainz say
Oh. Yeah.
he was chasing victory.
Listen, guys, I don't know
He
Spanish
didn't say
properly.
that
I'm only
specifically, but
learning.
it was a...
I just know that there are different dialects.
I suppose. Like there is in any other language. I mean.
And even like just saying this is what the Spanish people do. That's obviously generalization, but that's
Maybe
fine.
we shouldn't
need.
even-
I think we need generalizations in the world.
Maybe we
sometimes.
shouldn't be saying Spanish people. We should be saying Spanish-speaking people, because
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes, that's an
Yes.
important distinction.
Because the
Yes.
first time I heard Spanish people say that, they were Argentinian.
yes,
So the candies that that we tasted, I think, is big in the Latinx community. Mm-hmm. And yeah, another generalization. Some fantastic people. We
Okay.
went to a taqueria and they started speaking Spanish to me.
what is a taqueria?
So you know what a pizzeria is?
Yes.
Oh,
Tacos.
yes.
Okay.
And I went there twice in 2 days, so that tells you how much I enjoyed it. I didn't know that I was going there twice in 2 days. The second time,
You knew.
The second time I found out that I was going to be at the same place where I was.
But then when you were there, you knew it was the
Oh
second.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Once I sat down, I was like, "This is the place
Yes,
where we
you
were
knew you weren't
before.
somewhere else.
For sure,
Right.
it was a lovely experience. The first time
But
I
you were
had
saying something.
a steak burrito. The second time I had tortas. Some of just beautiful food.
Yeah?
Beautiful food. And I highly recommend, if you go to Chicago, to go to Pilsen, which is one of the Mexican communities, because there's also Little Village.
Did you guys visit the Chicago Bean?
I did go to the Chicago Bean.
Any pictures taken?
But the beans, it's cool.
Is it overrated?
Yes.
Okay.
But there's some cool visual effects if you walk under it and stuff.
Okay.
Also, bring sanitary wipes with. There's people's fingerprints all over there.
Oh no. Okay.
Other places I went to, Chicago, went to in Chicago. The Chicago Art Institute. I went there twice as well
I saw the picture.
with different groups of people. That was really cool. But you know, the sightseeing was lovely. And I recommend the city. It's the quintessential city. It's the one that when you picture a concrete jungle, you see it. And I have friends from New York that have told me that Chicago is nothing compared to New York. Not that Chicago itself is nothing. We love you, Chicago.
Did you were there any Chicago-based people who were?
Chicago wins.
Oh, is that what they call themselves?
Yeah, they
Who-
were, but not.
Who made a point of? No. My question is,
Sorry.
were there any Chicagoans who made a point of defending their pizza?
Why would they need to defend it? Deep dish pizza is great.
Oh, okay. Well, look, people have different opinions. When you say that New York style is better than Chicago deep dish, so
I guess I'll just have to go to New York and find out for
indeed,
myself.
I would like to go also. Anyway,
We can
outside
organize
of
one
this
day.
country.
Wow.
My friends.
Maybe not any. No, I take that back. I don't want to go anywhere.
Namibia,
we were sitting in
Botswana.
No, but here's the thing, right? So we were sitting in the dining hall once, and then we were about to leave, and so my friends were saying like, "Damn, we really need to like get you back to America." And they're like, "Let's start a GoFundMe, you know." And if we
Hectic.
start today, then maybe next year you can come with the year after. And then we were like, "There's probably going to be some sort of economic breakdown." And
But how do
recession."
people? Do they just start GoFundMe's for anything?
Yeah,
I suppose they can.
I'm an African child who, well, I'm an
No,
African.
man. Be careful what you say here, because
I'm a proud African. But yeah, so we were joking about that, and then I was telling them like I have the travel bug, you know. I really like, I need to see more places, and I need to get back on planes because takeoff is insane and landing. Everything in the
oh
middle is
yes,
quite
this was your first
First time in a plane.
first flight. Yeah.
First time in a plane, 15 hours.
Wow.
I figure you start at the worst, and everything else after that is a breeze of a flight.
You think that would be the worst?
Nah, I'm sure there's worse flights.
Based on how this conversation has gone, that has not been the worst. Well done.
Yeah.
There was one in 2001 that was really bad.
Flight.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
flight. Okay.
Sorry.
Yes,
So-
which he was not part of, fortunately, that any of us were not part of.
Yeah.
So we can't really speak about it.
So in the grand scheme of what I'm saying is there are worse flights. But let's move softly back to
Goodness.
Your good experiences.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we were saying, yeah, I've got the travel bug, but next time let's go to a place where our currency is stronger than theirs because you know the struggle for money is real. And so you just want to come with me to Zim?
Yeah, sure. I'd go.
Go to Bulawayo.
No, but they use the American dollar.
No. I've heard inflation, because you can use the American dollar, but that don't mean inflation doesn't hit your country, right?
Oh, well,
I've
we
heard
need
there's, like-
more knowledge about this.
Yeah.
But do we have to fly there?
Oh, we could
You want to
drive
do
there.
road trip? I'll be honest, I'm not gonna. Aren't there child soldiers and stuff? But maybe not Botswana.
I feel like
Botswana's
you
nice.
need to have more knowledge about this. We can't just be claiming things.
Yeah, because
and
I watched the movie
speculating.
Blood Diamond.
Exactly. We can't be speculating this. And that was not
Okay.
even close to Zimbabwe
Yeah,
and
Sierra
Botswana.
Leone
Yes.
and Liberia.
Yes.
George Weah was from Liberia.
Okay.
He played for AC Milan. He won the Ballon d'Or, and then he became Liberia's president.
Nice.
Manny Pacquiao was trying to do a similar thing in the Philippines.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Sachin Tendulkar was at some point an MP in India.
People have said Sia Khaleesi.
Have they?
There's a
Who-
huge
Who are
following.
the people?
Yeah.
A lot of them were wearing Springbok shirts at the time.
Well, did they have names like Flip and
They weren't
Yanni?
telling us their names.
Okay.
They were really telling us. Sia.
We
Springboks
saw,
won
president.
today.
did they? Again,
Yes.
well, I mean, they should be beating Wales. And I know that sounds arrogant,
It does.
but we should. Springboks are rugby royalty.
I also don't think anybody should ever treat their competition with less respect than they fully deserve. So,
Sure.
yeah.
And Wales is a tiny little country. And we like the Welsh people. Me personally, I mean, I haven't met anyone from Wales. We had a Liverpool player called Joe Allen, and he was not fun to watch.
Wales,
But
we would
Ian
love to
Rush-
visit
Ian
you
Rush
one
is
day.
yes. Also, there is a Welsh tradition that I particularly love, and me and Nathan were indulging in this. There's a song that they sing before every rugby game, and and you might know where I'm going with this. It's called, well, they call it Bread of Heaven, but it's
Oh.
Guide Me, O Thou Great
Yes.
Jehovah. And so I'm going to do a quick
Oh, is that
rendition.
Welsh?
I'm not sure, but the way they sing it brings shivers up my spine. It lets the hairs on the ends of my neck raise up in attention.
And so you want to give a rendition of the song, and
I
you
like the
feel
part where they go, Guide me, O thou great Jehovah, pilgrim through this barren land. I am weak, but thou art with me. Hold me safe in thy dear hand. I don't know if that's the words, but this part. Bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more. Feed me till I want no more. And when they sing that together, before you play some rugby, something happens, something stirs deep inside of me. But yes, I'm happy they lost today.
Yeah. I share that sentiment. There's also serious power in unity, especially when, and to me, that's sometimes one of the better moments of a rugby match is when they do the anthems. Well, international rugby, obviously. Even more than the haka.
Yeah.
Because that's quite a electrifying.
I do agree with that. I do think also that our national anthem is quite fun to sing.
It's
I
brilliant.
For
enjoy.
sure.
I love singing our anthem.
And it's nice to see like groot manne soos Ibn Etzebeth, who's that Lotte Jager, these Steven Kitsoff, these boere, and then they sing that part. Ufe dise dien to ale matswenye.
Hey, oof.
And
Hey.
that's always fun to see. And the reason why I know that is because in Pathfinders there was a requirement where we had to learn that.
We had to learn it, yes.
But sport in general is like, and this is why my research is to do with sports clubs and ideas of masculinity and its role in youth, because there's something, and I think this is why I love sports so much. There's the potential up until the final whistle for greatness to happen. And that potential doesn't diminish just because there's 1 minute left. In that 1 minute, something can happen. Somebody can step up in that moment and you didn't think it was going to happen, but it happens. And I think that's one of the most exciting things that there is the potential for greatness, especially when we don't blow the final whistle, when we don't say this is what it is and that's that. When we say, hang on, maybe this idea of...
There's still something in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that can extend to even a concept as broad as masculinity, where it's like it means different things to different people. But if we can say, hang on, this is not where I drew the line, right? Maybe there's good that can come out of this,
Excuse me.
Yeah. I just thought that was a pretty nice anecdote. And yeah, I'm a big fan of sports.
It's I think it's a good excuse me, life viewpoint as well. Anything can happen at the last moment. You never know
Or at least even up until, anything can keep on happening.
yeah.
And I think that's where, sorry, you were saying something, eh? Carry
No,
on.
I mean, I was just saying, like, it might seem like things are going, like, terribly for a while, but in the last, well, what we would probably consider as the last moment or whatever, something changes, but then again, life is just a never-ending game. There's no, I mean, until you think
it
about
does
it,
end, though.
it does end, yes, and the timing of your game changes for everybody, but yeah, anything can happen. Even if your life is short, on the last moment, things can turn around. And you know.
And I think it's also like one of the reasons why it's so important to treat everyone with the same level of respect, or at least a baseline level of respect. Because I was listening to this freestyle by a rapper named Simba, and he was saying, treat the janitor like the boss, because everyone plays a role to keep you from taking a loss. And I thought that's interesting because, you know, even like to use the sports analogy, right? The bench player that you think is fruit can come on and win the game for you. Alton Yankees can do a drop goal in the last minute, and I think Alton Yankees is fruit.
Yo.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
is yo. I'm very sorry, Mr. Yankees.
I
We don't all think this.
We don't all think that.
I think he's a very talented rugby player. I just think, in comparison with other fly-offs that we have, he can maybe now take a back seat.
Okay.
Okay.
But let me not get my rugby views into this analogy. What I'm saying is, Alton has the potential for greatness. Your bench player has the potential for greatness. Treat everyone with that respect, because they may step up in ways that you don't see coming at all. And don't write people off. Don't blow the final whistle too early.
I think it's also important that people don't write themselves off. Very often I've witnessed people on a sports team, or even sports where individuals are concerned, where they appear to have given up before the final whistle. And just going back to what you had said earlier, I think I'm just struggling to get the words into a coherent sentence in my head, but the sentiment is there's always an opportunity. So I don't even think we should, if you're looking outside of sports and something like real life, we should never think about how much time I've got left or how much time has gone. You've got this moment. And I think one of the interesting comparisons that has come through in sports commentary over the last, I think, 5, maybe 10 years, is calling an individual an enterprising player, creating an opportunity out of what seems to be or what would have been considered nothing. And it's never nothing. And at the same time, if the sports are fair, no contender has the upper hand over another. You know, if you look at the boxing ring, both boxers have 2 gloves. So it's not as if the one's got the one arm tied behind their back. They've got an equal opportunity for greatness and for success. So I don't think, and also, you know, if you consider the 3 dimensions that we are conscious of that people can move in, one boxer does not have an opportunity to move in a dimension that the other boxer doesn't. It's just how he uses what he's got and that moment.
And so, don't write yourself off, I think, is a beautiful way to close, because at the end of the day, that the mentality that you operate with, and look, I'm not one of those people that's like, ooh, manifest, sis, you know, go off. Purr.
That's some Chicago slang that he learned.
American. I feel
Oh,
like
sorry,
it's across
American.
across the
American.
board. Period.
Oh, is that what it stands for?
What? Purr.
Purr.
Purr is like, I agree. It's like,
Oh, okay.
like, go off, sis. Believe in yourself, because it's over when you say it's over. Sometimes it's over even though you think the game is still going. And to you, I say, get a reality check. I'm joking. You know.
No, it's
No,
never,
sometimes-
it's
no,
never
no.
over.
Yeah, the thing is, no, sometimes you do need a reality
But
check.
sometimes it is over. Like if you're holding on to something and then it's finished,
Yeah,
and
no.
maybe don't stalk the people. And
No,
stuff.
but that's
Like,
the reality
lam-
check. That's
But
the reality
that's-
check.
But look, if you do that consciously, I almost want to say truthfully, you know, with not believing in something that isn't real, but if you actually honestly, truthfully, objectively, other than your own desire,
Yeah.
see an opportunity, then don't let go.
Freed from desire. Have you ever heard that song? I'll
I-
play it for you after. It's so liquor.
Okay.
But yes, believe in yourself. If you
And
decide,
others.
yeah,
Yes.
because once you decide the game's over, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, it is over.
But if you keep believing, hey, we never know.
And you too can go to Chicago.
And take me with you, because Cape Town is my home, but Chicago is my city.
Shoo!
And on those words, have a lovely evening, morning, day. Be safe, be blessed. I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate you especially for getting to this part of the podcast.
Yes,
And
thank
as
you.
all the shopkeepers would say to me in Chicago as I left, have a good one.
Thank you, everybody.
The game's never over. See you next time.